Welcome to episode 4 of True Viewer Stories with Rob the Rebuilder, straight from the campfire. I'm going to tell another one of my personal camper stories as I wait for you, the viewer, to send me in your stories. I really wish you would send me a couple of stories. I'd like to read them out. I was in my late 30s with a 6-year-old daughter that I wanted to keep close to my side of the family. The trouble was, we lived in Oklahoma, and my side of the family lived in Ohio. We would make that 15-hour trip 3 to 4 times a year, usually driving straight through, just the two of us. I had a few close friends that I had made in Oklahoma, and they decided to join us one October for a quick run to Ohio to hang out with my family. I drove a regular cab pickup truck at the time, so I had to get a rental car for me, my daughter, and my friends to pile into. We left, and I had been driving for about 8 hours, and it was probably about midnight when a state trooper lit up his lights and pulled me over across 4 lanes on a not too busy highway. No big deal to me. I hadn't had a ticket in 15 years, and I stayed out of trouble for the most part. The trooper was surprised I already had license and insurance out and ready for him. He was a pretty young guy, and I think he was pretty new to the profession. He asked why we were in Missouri with a rental car without a state plates. I told him my daughter and me and my friends were off to visit my dad at the campground near my hometown. He asked me to stand in front of the patrol car while he went and interrogated my daughter in her car seat. I guess my daughter held up under pressure and answered properly. He was about to release me when I asked why he really pulled me over. Apparently, I was traveling a well-known drug smuggling route, and my transportation was par for the course. But wait, that's not it. Now we're getting to the camping story. After settling in and enjoying the great kind of family time you only get unplugged at the campground, we gathered around a communal fire pit with several of the camper families enjoying roasting hot dogs on a stick and then putting a marshmallow on the same stick and setting on fire and carefully rotating the soft white delicious cloud until the whole thing turned black. At that point, if you were adept at your skill, you could pull the black marshmallow skin off and pop it into your mouth and start the whole process again. As it was October and being harvest time in Ohio, the campground owner pulled up in an old Massey Ferguson farm tractor with a farm trailer on the back offering free hay rides. My older sister was there and looking to have some bonding time with my daughter, so I agreed to let her take my daughter on the hayride. It was beginning to get dark, and the hayride started on the hour and on the half hour. It took about 20 minutes to complete the tour around the campground, and then about 10 minutes to unload and reload the children. My daughter was so excited, she had never seen anything like this. And as the tractor pulled out, she and my sister sat on a bale of hay, waving goodbye to me. About 10 minutes later, the tractor pulls right back up, and off jumps my sister and my daughter. I immediately panic, thinking something terrible happened to my daughter. Why didn't I just go on the ride and protect my daughter? I hope she was not hurt. Just as I am about to get out of my lawn chair and rush to the rescue, I hear my sister shout at the tractor driver, "I've been thrown off of better hay rides than this." And as my daughter runs to me, she says, "Aunt Kathy got into a hay fight with 3 third graders and wouldn't mind the tractor man and stop, so we can't ride the hay anymore." Big sisters, what are you going to do with them? That's a very fond memory of mine, not from when I was a young kid like I usually share, but as an adult, just fun. If you've got a camper story, it doesn't have to be long and involved. I can I can add, subtract, and just make it fit this format. I'll help it out. But if you've got a really good one, send it too. Or just if you've got an idea, send it down to rebuildsbyrob@gmail.com, would you? I'd like to hear it. I'd like to read it out. I have a lot of fun doing this. I hope you enjoyed it. So I enjoyed bringing it to you. I'll be back in probably 2-3 days with some camper rebuilding tips that I think you're going to enjoy. So I'll see you then.